7 years ago, there was a family called to the island of Ireland on a mission for Operation Mobilization. Did they make it out alive?
Yeah, so that's basically all my creativity right there. Hope you enjoyed those couple seconds. You won't get that back from your life.
Okay, we should probably actually start talking about something.
Okay, sounds good. My name's Kai, and this is
Beckham?
Yeah, and we're missionaries.
So here's the deal. We've lived in Ireland for 7 years now, and we just want to talk about what we've been through and what being a missionary is like. Wait, that's what we're supposed to be doing.
Sure, go with it.
Okay, we arrived in Ireland when he was 10 and I was 9, and our family worked in hospitality at Lacken House, the Ulm Ireland base. Our parents would clean rooms and prepare for teams and groups to arrive. We got to live on the property, so we were used to meeting a lot of new people. Eventually, it was normal for friends we had to leave and new ones to come, always meeting new people just to see them go after a short time.
Hi, I'm Kai. Nice to meet you. My name is Rodrigo.
That's Patty over there.
Wow, I can tell you guys are tired from all your traveling. If you want to sleep on the couch, then you're totally fine.
Thank you. Good night.
Well, good night, weird people. Good night. Morning already? They're gone already? Short-term missions. So, we would go to school too. There were about 30 kids and 2 teachers there, and we were the only ones that weren't Irish. This was crazy for everybody, so they'd ask us questions like why we were there, or what Canada was like, or do you believe in Santa, the usual stuff.
That Santa question is not usual.
Oh yeah.
Hi, to the principal's office now.
Yes, miss. Hi, miss.
Sit down. Now, I was told you were asked if Santa's real, correct?
Yes.
And how did you decide to respond?
I said he wasn't.
That's horrible. Let me lecture you on what lies in tradition. Then maybe you'll think twice before saying you don't. What lies in tradition? White lies in tradition. White lies in tradition. White lies in tradition. White lies in tradition. You know what? I'm going to call your parents. Yes, hello? Thanks, parents. I need you to come in and talk to your son. He's being disobedient.
Yes, hello, you called?
White lies and tradition, white lies and tradition, white lies and tradition, white lies and tradition, white lies and tradition.
Yes, that was a pretty dramatic moment in our lives.
It really was. Changed me forever.
Anyways, after about 4 years, God called a new thing onto our hearts, and it's called the Philippian Project.
So the Philippian Project was designed to send families to small churches around the country just to help them in any way they needed. And we felt God was calling us to a small church on the coast and a surf school that was run by one of the pastors there.
The church was awesome. We got to meet so many people who were on fire for Jesus. We also got to help using the projector, playing music, and doing hospitality. It felt like we fit in well. Also, we got to surf.
And I was like, well, there's so much white water around me. It might look like I didn't even ever fall.
You were supposed to edit that out so they thought it was us.
Sorry, I didn't see it there. So yeah, if you didn't realize that wasn't one of us, we're definitely not that good, but we still enjoy it regardless. It wasn't my job, it was yours. Anyways, let's just go to the school scene. Oh yes, Neil Beckham. I'd love to show you around this wonderful school. Here, let me take you around to the classrooms. Just avoid the rubbish. There's just a little bit there. Wait, let me just... There we go. Just this way.
Oh, did one of the schoolboys hit you? It'll be okay. It was one of the nicer ones. Come on now, follow me.
I swear, if you don't know 2 plus 2, I'm gonna beat the hell out of you. I'm gonna you.
Oh, don't mind him. He's one of the nicer teachers too. Too bad you can't get him. That's kind of sad. Come on, let's go.
Maybe a tiny bit of an exaggeration, but not that much really. The new school we decided to go to, because we'd moved, wasn't a good school, but we still managed to make it work for 2 years.
At this point, we were renting, and then we decided to buy a house instead. We bought a house still close to the church, but we decided to try a different school because of our other one. It was definitely better than the other one, and we met so many new people and did a lot of fun things during the year.
Then a huge opportunity arose for us, a missions trip to Moldova. We knew it would be a week, but we didn't know anything about the country, what we would be doing, or basically anything. So we were prepared to step out and let God take us where He needed us.
So we packed our bags and headed to Moldova with an amazing youth group and their leaders. It took about a day of traveling until we got to Moldova. At the airport, we took a bus to the OM base in Chisinau, which is basically the big city there.
They taught us a lot about the culture, the language, and what we would be doing for the week. Then we were sent off to a small village known as Kobila, and our goal was to help the local church and the families there.
So throughout the week, we led church services, shared our testimonies, did practical work for the church. We led kids clubs and youth groups. We went to local families and got to bless them with food. There's so many new people that we got to meet. We attempted to learn a little bit of Romanian, and even though it was hard, it really was a God-empowered trip.
We learned a lot about just being out there and being ready to share the story of what God has done in our lives. When you speak to people about Jesus and what He did for you, sometimes you can end up in arguments, or most times actually. Like, did the Bible say this? Look, it says something different here. In the end, it could just be someone trying to prove you wrong.
But when you share your personal story about what God has done in your life, who can argue with that? Nobody can just nitpick every inaccurate detail. Your story is a shining proclamation of what Jesus has done in your life, and nobody can stand against that. That is one big part of what we learned in Moldova, along with the candy in Moldova is absolutely amazing.
Now, after coming back from Moldova, a lot has changed, some for good, some for bad. But if missions has taught us anything, it's that God is in control, and no matter what happens, if you trust Him, it'll all work according to His plan.
Yeah, so that's our story. Currently, we're still in school. It'll be 11th grade for you guys. It's 4th year here. We both work at a restaurant. I'm a chef, he's a waiter. We are still trying to figure out what God has planned for us at the moment, like us and our family. So if you guys would like to pray for us, if you could pray for wisdom to follow God's plan for us and discovering the next step for our family, that would be super helpful. Yeah, that's basically it.
So can I get my burrito now?
Okay, just give it some time. It's in the microwave.
I don't care how hot it is. I just want to.
Just
I
give
just
it a
want to
little
eat it
bit,
right now. I'm
please.
so
No,
hungry.
please, calm down. So they'd ask us questions like, why were we there, or who's your daddy?
After about 4 years, God put something new in our hearts. The Philippian project. The church was awesome.
No, start again.
The church was awesome. We got to meet The church was awesome. The church was awesome. The church was awesome. We got to meet so many people who were on fire for Jesus. We also got to help working with a Sunday projector.
Anyway, so if you didn't realize, that wasn't really us, but who cares? Took a bus to the OM base in Chisinau, and It's easy. Is go Power
Go.
Ranger. Go. Wait, I'll just like have it ready for you.
I like that.